no. I'd better run faster. Otherwise the goblins are gonna catch me. Oh, if I hide here, maybe they won't see me. I just have to keep very, very quiet and very, very still. Oh, good. Looks like they went the other way. This game is so much more fun now that we live someplace with a forest. I never knew that there were places like this out here. I thought that all of the forests were far away from here. That's how it always seemed anyway. We used to live in the city. Everything was gray and glass. I hated that so much. Don't get me wrong, the parks were nice, but it isn't quite the same. Nothing is quite the same as this. I almost wonder... I could have sworn when we came to look around the place that I saw something out here. Like a sparkle or a shimmer. I don't know. Maybe I was just imagining things. Or maybe I just didn't know what I was seeing. There are a lot of birds here after all. Maybe one of them has a white wing. And maybe when the sun was shining on it, it glowed like a fairy wing. I'm sure that was it, but it is a lot more fun to imagine that it was a fairy. Or some kind of magical creature. After all, you don't really have much of that in the city. That isn't to say that there can't be magic there too, of course. There was a lot of magic. Seeing the lights every night, so colorful and bright. Hearing music around every corner played by anyone who could get their hands on an instrument. Walking in the early mornings, when the fog is so dense that all of the buildings were just silhouettes. That was nice. But I don't know. It never really felt like there was that same sense of possibility. Here, there could be something hiding inside of or around every tree. There could be something hiding in the stream, something living beneath the leaves. In the city, it felt almost a bit like a graveyard. All of the stone and all of the gray, like the heads of gravestones. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. My mom says that kids need to grow up around nature. I definitely agree with her on that. After all, this is so much more fun! Not to mention the air smells so much better out here. So sweet and fresh and... What was that? I swear I just smelled flowers. But it's far too early for there to be any flowers. Besides maybe daffodils and crocuses, but I don't see any nearby. It smells like... Come on, Emma, think. What was that plant at the greenhouse? It was... lilac. That smells like lilac. I have to just be imagining it, right? Lilacs don't grow at this time of year. But it seems so real. It has to be, right? Maybe I should follow the scent. After all, Mom and Dad love lilacs. I could pick some and bring them home. It would be perfect. I know that the move has made them really tired. I want to see them as happy here as I am. Okay. The breeze seems to be coming from this direction. And when I walk this way... Yes, that scent is definitely getting stronger. I've missed smelling flowers. That is the one thing I liked about the city. There was a greenhouse nearby. We could go and see the flowers any time of the year, even if it was winter. But I like this a lot more. Trying to find them. A spot of color and life in the middle of all of this gray. Soon it'll be bright green. And in the fall, it'll be orange and red and yellow. It'll be so pretty. Ah! That looked like... No, there's no way. There's no way that could have been... But what if it was? What if it really was? No, don't be silly. Mom always says that you can't let your imagination get the better of you. At least, that's what she said when I was sure that our apartment was haunted. And I do think she was right about that, but what if that really was a fairy? No, it was probably just a butterfly or a dragonfly or worse. What if it was a spider and it was blowing by on a piece of web? Okay, I think that maybe I should head home. I don't want to know what kinds of spiders are out here. Not now, at least. Ah! You're that. Yeah, I'm human. I think, anyway. My dad always jokes that I'm like a border collie with how much I run around, but I'm pretty sure I'm human. Yeah, I can see you. Are humans not supposed to be able to see you? Very few can? Do you know why that is? So, only people who truly believe that there's magic in the world can see you? That makes sense. After all, why would you want someone who doesn't believe to be able to see you? If that happened, they might... I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, I do know a bit about those sorts of things. I was watching a documentary for school and in the background, in the museum, there were all of these animals and they were stuffed, dead. I hated seeing that. If someone who didn't believe in magic were to find you, they'd try to explain away the magic. They might stick you in a museum, like those animals. I definitely wouldn't want that. So, I'm glad that not everyone can see you. And it definitely makes sense why I can see you. My mom tells me that I have a bit of a wild imagination sometimes. I see or hear things that aren't there, and I'm sure that it must be some kind of magic. She tries to tell me that that kind of magic doesn't exist. And I know why she thinks that. I mean, we were just learning about electricity in school recently, and I always thought that it was kind of magical. But once you explain it all and you figure out what makes it tick, it kind of stops seeming so magical. But that doesn't mean that there isn't magic out there that we haven't explained yet. That there's magic that can't be explained. Something doesn't stop being magical entirely just because you know how it works. I really like believing that there's magic in this world. And I guess now, I know that it's really here. If you're here, then that must mean there's magic in the world. If you're here... Oh my... There's that lilac smell again. Is that coming from you? You're a spring fairy? Does that mean that you're helping spring come to the world? You grow flowers? That sounds so amazing. Could you... I mean, I would hate to bother you, but could you show me? You made something grow where there was nothing. That's amazing. What? You don't think it's that wonderful? But how? You think that the things that we humans do are incredible? But we don't have magic. We can't do things like that. We're not... Oh, I see. We can do different things than what the other can do. And because I'm used to what humans can do, I don't find it that amazing. Not the way that I find you amazing. And because you're used to what you can do, you don't find it that amazing. That makes sense. But weren't you amazed in the beginning? When you learned how to do that? It didn't stop being amazing just because you did it more than once. I guess that is true about us humans too. We really do take for granted all of the things that we can do. Well, I don't really have many special skills, but I do love coming up with stories and games. I really like finding magic everywhere around me. I don't know if that's really a skill. You think it is? Yeah? You like stories? Maybe I can tell you one, or... Oh... My mom's calling me. I have to go inside and help make dinner. Do you live in this forest? Will I be able to see you again? Really? Okay. Well, since you showed me what you can do, next time I'll show you what I can do. I'll tell you a story, or maybe we can play a game together? Something fun. Anything you want. Of course. You shared your magic with me. I want to try and share mine with you.